This is Dr. Ram here. Welcome to the Dad Zone. Today I have a dad hack for you on how to create your own SNS system at home. SNS stands for Supplemental Nutrition System, and it helps mom with breastfeeding. So first of all, to give you a little background, for the case of our birth, our baby girl was born at 5 pounds 13 ounces at full term. So she was actually a really small baby, and we were having trouble breastfeeding. And the thought was that maybe she didn't have the facial muscle, she didn't have the strength and the endurance to be able to draw the milk out of mom. So with the advice of a professional lactation consultant, she advised us to use an SNS system, and she showed us how to make an SNS system on her own. Now, this required a little bit of ingenuity, and I'll show you what I did to make our SNS system, and hopefully you will find it useful for your uses as well. So first, we'll start with a standard bottle that we got from the hospital, and also the nipple that we also got from the hospital as well. So the whole idea is to string this hose, this little feeding tube, through this nipple. Now, this feeding tube we got from the lactation consultant. It's manufactured by a company called Bard, and the size is 5 French or 1.7 millimeters. So this end of this tube, it actually comes out of the packaging with a little cap, which I found to get in the way, so I ended up trimming that off. This you fill with breast milk and feed this tube here, and this dangles at the bottom. And then the whole idea is to string this end of the tube, which goes into baby's mouth, through this nipple here. And that's actually the challenging part, which I struggle with a little bit. So what we want to do is make the hole at the tip of the nipple large enough to be able to string that through, but not so large where it can leak breast milk. So I experimented with all different types of tools, sticking it through to try to expand that hole, and I tried different sizes and screwdrivers, but what I actually found was the easiest method was using a 1 milliliter syringe. So if you take this 1 milliliter syringe and pull out the plunger, this plunger, which we actually got from the hospital as well, this plunger has these nice little grooves along the side. I don't know if you're able to see it on the video, but it's a perfect size. And what I did is I stuck this tube within the groove. Okay, and you stick it in there so it sticks nicely flush within the groove, okay? Then you take this plunger, oops. So as a parent, with the lack of sleep, you definitely become very clumsy. So as I was saying, you make sure that the tube is flush with a groove in this plunger, and then you simply just weave it through that hole at the end. Okay, and just push the plunger through the hole, and the tube strings through the hole in the nipple really nicely. So once it's strung through, then you can pull the plunger back out. Okay, and then you're just left with the nipple and the 5 French tubing that's strung through the nipple. Okay. So this is the fun part for dads, because I like going to the gym, and it's fun to work out your baby. So the lactation consultant was nice enough to show us how you can use this system to really maximize the workout when you're feeding your baby. So again, you'd fill this up with a pumped breast milk or formula if you're using formula, and then make sure that So what you want to do is make sure that, again, that green piece is dangling at the bottom, because you want to be able to get every last drop of the breast milk. And then pull the remainder of this through. Okay, and just screw this on. Okay, now the advantage of this, of course, is it creates a suction around the tube. So if you were to spill this upside down or want to put it upside down, then it won't leak. So mom can put it on her bra strap, or you can put it, we usually put it in the cushion in the bobby that we use to breastfeed. And then this, we use alongside our finger to finger feed the baby. So suppose you are finger feeding the baby. What you can do to make it easier if the baby is struggling is actually put the bottle a little bit higher up in the air so that the baby can use gravity to help her. Or after a couple days of doing that, our baby got got a lot stronger and got the hang of it. And what you can do is put the bottle further down so that the baby has to suck against gravity, and you'll see the actual milk being pulled up in the tube, so you know that the baby is getting a workout. So what we're able to do with this is strengthen the baby's facial muscles and endurance to get her ready to actually feed on the breast. This is actually more commonly used if a mom isn't able to produce enough milk, then you can string this in alongside the nipple so the baby gets pumped breast milk or formula in addition to whatever baby is able to pull from the breast. So yeah, this is a really cool system. We found out that actually you can buy a much more expensive system available at most baby stores, but apparently those systems are a lot more complicated to use, and they're expensive and a lot more difficult to clean. So this we found super useful and a really inexpensive solution to kind of making our own SNS system. All right, well, that's it for today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments, and subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful and you'd like similar videos in the future. All right, thank you for visiting the Dad Zone. See you next time. Bye.